In seated posture, remember to use a towel to elevate your buttocks if you experience tightness in your hips, and uncross your legs if you feel pain in your knees. Seated spinal rotations help you to release your hips and increase mobility in your spine. Remember to keep your spine lengthened by engaging your abdominals, creating length in your upper body as you rotate. The birthing squat is named for its optimal positioning for birth. In fact, it is said that this position opens up the pelvic outlet 3 millimeters or 10% and encourages the baby, along with gravity, to move downwards into the pelvic outlet during birth. If you have discomfort or varicose veins, make sure you do the supported version like Nadia. While in the birthing squat, the pelvic floor is quite relaxed, making this position an ideal one to do Kegel exercises, as you can contract the pelvic floor upwards against gravity. Quite like stopping the flow of urine midstream, contracting the pelvic floor is when you squeeze or tighten the vagina. An OBGYN I know specializes in pelvic floor rehabilitation, and she says 100 a day keeps the doctor away. Standing forward fold is the favorite of so many pregnant women. It releases the tired spine and neck. Some women who are further along, though, may feel constricted or have heartburn. If this is true in your case, limit the range of motion by putting your hands on your knees. Additionally, increasing the spacing between your feet can help make this feel more comfortable. The deep lunge is so great to release hip flexors, which tighten from pregnancy posture, but some women experiencing pubic pain from pubic symphysis may find it aggravating. Try dropping the knee and even shortening the space between the front foot and knee if necessary. Also, placing both hands on the inside of the leg is a must for women whose bellies are in the way. Plank focuses on the whole core, which is needed to maintain pregnancy posture. Make sure that you drop your knees if your caregiver has said that you have abdominal separation, or if you have back discomfort during the exercise. One of my personal favorites, I did downward dog right to the very end. Hamstrings and glutes get so tight during pregnancy, and this is one move that really helps to lengthen those muscles and release the never-ending pressure on the pelvic floor. The flip side is downward dog aggravates heartburn. Do the modified version by Nadia on your knees. Make sure to focus on increasing the space between your shoulder blades and release your hips backwards. Breathe deeply and relax and enjoy. I like to throw in standing cat-cow to relieve and strengthen the core all at the same time. Like all exercises, limiting the range of motion can make it more comfortable if necessary. The great thing about standing cat-cow is you also get the pelvic rocking motion, which is very useful in the labor room. Pelvic rocking helps to turn a posterior baby to an anterior position through the manipulation of the pelvic outlet. Goddess pose focuses on the middle and upper back, which is great to limit poor pregnancy posture and prevent breastfeeding posture and the aches and pains that go along with that. In addition, strengthening your legs and building endurance for labor is so valuable for coping during what is truly an endurance event. If you're experiencing pubic pain, try bringing your legs closer together for this one. Eagle arms are great for maintaining and improving mobility in the small muscles in the shoulders called the rotator cuff. This movement also helps to create a release of tension between the shoulder blades. A lot of postpartum women experience discomfort in the back and shoulders, and I've witnessed that prevention is key. Chest openers should be a staple in the pregnant woman's exercise diet. Encouraging openness in the chest increases postural awareness and relieves middle and upper back tension. Warrior brings awareness to the whole body, improving posture. It strengthens your front supporting leg and releases the hip of the back. Make sure the knee of the front leg is directly above the heel to protect your knee joints. Warrior waves does what Warrior does, but with a Fit Mom spin. Adding this wave, we give additional core attention and endurance building. The up and down lunging motion is similar to the rocking lunge that can be used in labor to help turn the baby from a posterior to an anterior or more optimal position by manipulating the pelvic outlet. Chair squat is another great way to strengthen the legs. Make sure you shift your weight into your heels and keep your spine long. I like trying this one for up to 2 minutes, focusing on my breath. It is a great analogy for a contraction. As the tiredness in your legs increases, practice your gentle breathing, focusing only on the breath. This practice can be taken into the labor room and used with the contractions. Standing hip openers increase and maintain hip mobility. If pubic pain is present, do Nadia's version, circling the foot on the floor. Tree pose is where a pregnant woman can deepen her awareness of her center of gravity. This is important because during pregnancy, your center of gravity is like a moving target. Practicing balance will increase your overall balance for daily life. If your balance isn't so good, don't shy away, just start simple with your foot on your ankle like Nadia. Improving balance can prevent pregnancy slips and falls. Warrior 3 provides a little extra challenge if you need it. Anything with an extended leg may aggravate pubic pain, so just skip it and follow Nadia. I recommend child's pose anytime during your practice as a recovery position. Like Nadia, keep your head upright so you don't aggravate heartburn if this is a concern. Camel pose releases the hip flexors. Sometimes during pregnancy, women get a stitching feeling in the lower abdominals. This is round ligament pain. If this does happen, child's pose is a great recovery. Gentle, held backward bending can bring some relief, but start slow and try Nadia's very modified version first. Yoga push-up with pelvic waving begins on hands and knees, keeping your thumbs in line with your chest and the elbows to the back of the body. As you lower forward, draw your pubic bone forward, and then, as you push away, release your hips back. This will keep your upper body strong. The pelvic rocking mimics a labor movement that, like lunging, helps the baby to move to an interior position from potentially a posterior position. Hands and knees pelvic rocking releases the spine and strengthens the core. This hands and knees position is the favorite for women with back labor. When I had my last baby, you couldn't get me out of that position, as it relieved my very intense back labor. Again, pelvic rocking, which manipulates the pelvic outlet, might improve the baby's position, which is often the reason for back labor. Thread the needle releases middle and upper back discomfort. Core rowing is great because it lengthens the hamstrings and improves core strength. The two are both key in minimizing lower back pain during pregnancy. Nadia is doing the static or non-moving version for those of you with abdominal separation. Aside from being a cute pregnancy pose, Rock the Baby will help you release your hip, lower back, and glute tension. If you're really tight or really pregnant, it may be tough though, so put your foot into your hand instead of your elbow crevice.